Are you nervous?
Yeah.
You look nervous.
Hi guys! A lot of people have been wanting me to do a video with my mom. Specifically, they asked for the mom tag, but I thought people would appreciate if we did like an interview thing. So I asked on my Facebook page questions that you would ask my mom if you got a chance to ask her anything in the world. And I picked a lot of questions. I picked the really good ones. So we're going to try to get through this fast because babies are sleeping. But yeah, so say hi.
Hi.
This is my mom, Wendy, and I know this is not the first time she's made an appearance in a video. She's been in lots of my videos, but like formally, I think you were in Lily's when I like showed it's a girl. Remember that?
Right, yeah.
But I think before, other than that, it's just been like here and there. So I was kind of naming some of the questions or reading some of the questions before, but most of these she has never heard before. So this is her true, honest answers to these questions. Question number 1. What did you think when I told you I was pregnant with Lilia? Honestly, what was your first thoughts?
At first, I think I was surprised, but then I thought, I calculated that you'd be 18 when she was born, you'd finish high school, you had a car, and so, I don't know, I wasn't that worried.
Yeah, that's what I remember she said whenever I told her she just got back from outdoor ed, because she's a teacher.
Yeah.
And then I told her right when she got back, and she was all, you were walking.
Yeah, I was walking back to my classroom. I was on the phone and I stopped right in the middle of the sidewalk. And because you're like, I went to the doctor yesterday and I was like, oh, are you sick? And you're like, no, I'm pregnant. And then I stopped where I was. And I was like, oh.
No, what did you say? You said, do you remember what it was?
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
There was no kids around.
There was no kids around. All right, so what did you think when I got pregnant with the twins? When I told you I was pregnant with the twins. And the video that I have was literally right after I told her. So that was pretty honest reaction. Remember I videotaped you?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised.
She wasn't surprised.
I was surprised with Lilia. I wasn't really surprised.
Why not?
I don't know. I just thought you guys would want to have a baby.
Oh. All right.
I was surprised it was twins, though.
Yeah, I think you'll get that question. But why don't you go ahead and answer that now?
I thought you guys were teasing me. Because she called me at school. I knew you were getting your sonogram that day. And the kids were in the middle of a test, and Jessica never calls in the middle of school unless it's important. And so they were testing, so I was trying to whisper, because I was like, how'd the sonogram go? And then you said, they look okay, and I was like, ha, 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 or something like that.
Because the night before, she was like, call me if you're having twins or something, just like as a joke.
Yeah. I think you videotaped that phone call.
I did, yeah, there's
so
footage of that. You can see her reaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I was like,
you're like, no, wait, are you serious?
No. Yeah,
No, are you kidding me right now?
I was whispering because
she was whispering. It was kind of funny. So go watch that video if you haven't seen it. What do you do? Oh no. What is your biggest fear when it comes to me and parenting?
You and parenting?
Yeah. If any.
You making a mistake in parenting?
I guess.
I don't have any fears.
Well,
my biggest fear is one of your kids would die by accident, which was always my biggest fear when I was a parent. My kids would die by accident. That would be
I think that's every mom's fear.
Yeah, devastated.
Okay. What do you do to stay so youthful and fit?
Have a daughter who has babies at a young age.
Keeps you going.
And I exercise not all the time, but I try to exercise every day. And I eat very healthy.
Very healthy.
Very healthy.
Like, if it has any sugar, fat at all.
I don't eat sugar.
It has to be healthy sugars.
I shouldn't say never eat sugar, but almost never.
Like, she never eats ice cream. Ever. Ever.
Maybe once a year.
Yeah, once a year, maybe. Like, I think
maybe
it was like a year ago I saw her, like, having a bite of ice cream, and I was like,
who is that?
What are you doing? But yeah, no cake.
I just like healthy food, and I like exercise.
She says, I like the smell of cake and ice cream. So she'll go over and smell things, but whatever works, I guess.
I don't feel deprived, so I'm just lucky.
I
am young. I'm only 44.
Yeah, she is young. So she doesn't have to feel young. She is young. How does it feel to be a grandmother at such a young age?
I'm so lucky. To be this young and get to enjoy my grandkids when some people are still raising their own kids.
That's true.
I'm so lucky.
So
I
you
have
like
energy to run with them and play with them and play on the ground with them. And
Could you imagine being
take
like
no,
60,
no.
70?
I'll be a great grandma then.
I know, that's crazy. What's the best part about being a grandmother?
I loved being a mom, and I really honestly didn't think I would love grandkids as much as I loved my own kids.
But she loves them more. No, I'm just kidding.
I love them so much. I feel just as connected to them as my own kids, just as protective. I want to make sure they learn things. And I guess one of the greatest parts is coming home from work and Lilia comes running, Mimi! And then like 2 weeks ago, I walked in the door and Lilia was in her room, but the boys saw me and they both started crawling simultaneously towards me. Yeah, well, obviously Caden was doing his noise and Kyson just. I was like, oh my god, my buddies are coming this way. That was the greatest thing. Those two and the greatest thing ever.
How do you feel about people who you have never met knowing who your grandkids are?
I'm happy they get to appreciate them, maybe not the same way as I do, but I get to, it's like getting to show them off in a way.
Yeah, it's true.
And I love reading comments where people are like, they're so cute. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, she's an admin on my Gabe and Jess page.
My grandkids are cute. Oh, they're so sweet.
She always says, because I made her an admin on my Facebook Gabe and Jess page just in case something were to ever happen to my page, so I'd still have access to it. And she always says, oh, I wanted to like that picture, but I can't because I'm you.
Because I look like she's like.
So sometimes she'll be liking your comment and it'll say Gabe and Jess like it, but she's like an admin on it. What do you do for a living?
I teach 6th graders.
Do you like it?
Love it. Obviously, I love kids, but
yeah,
the best job ever, getting to teach kids, spending all day with kids, amazing kids.
I can't get away with grammar mistakes with her.
You don't make grammar mistakes anyway.
No, I guess that's true.
You have my grammar gene.
Yeah. How do you feel about me getting pregnant at such a young age?
I feel very lucky to get to have grandkids at age 44, and I don't know, I just couldn't imagine my life right now without those 3 babies in my life. It would, I don't know.
So it's just hard to imagine anything different.
I just can't imagine anything. I think I would be bored.
You'd be into your work a lot.
I would be working more, I guess.
Traveling,
I don't know
maybe.
how I could work more than the 50 or 60 hours a week I work now.
That's true. Do you wish I waited?
No.
No?
I mean, my plan for you was to go to college
Usual.
and then get married and then have kids. But then I wouldn't have Lilia and Caden and Kyson now. So, no, I'm glad you didn't.
Do you want me to have any more kids in the future?
Yeah.
We want one more.
One's good. I think beyond that, it'll be hard to spoil them.
Hard to spoil them.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I could handle one more.
Me and Drake are talking about having one more, and she wants us to have it sooner rather than later.
I'm gonna be excited.
She wants another one soon. So we're trying to. I mean, financially, we're okay. We could do it probably. It's just, I mean, it's really not. I don't know. We're still talking about the timing of the last one, but she's all on board.
See, as a grandma, I could just take one to the zoo.
Exactly.
I could take 2.
And when they're crying or poopy,
I hand them back.
Yeah.
So.
Do you wish you had your privacy back in regards from like YouTube? Not as me living in your house, but
I didn't think my privacy was taken away.
I don't think it really affects her.
Yeah,
I'm just videoing, she's like,
I mean, people recognize us once in a while, and
yeah, that's another question down here too.
That's like, oh, that's so cool. It's so neat because they're like, I watch your daughter. I'm like, I'm so glad other people appreciate my daughter as much as I do. Or other people think my grandkids are cute because I think they're cute.
What advice did your own mother give you on raising children that you've shared with me?
I think I've told you this. Keep an open line of communication.
Yeah.
Make it to where your kids feel comfortable. They can talk to you about anything and everything.
And I definitely feel like that with her. I can tell her anything. We're so open. That's why I didn't like hide my pregnancy or.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
It's kind of sad when a relationship is set up that a person feels like they can't talk to their parents about any problem or challenge or any issue, because hopefully, ideally, parents love and I mean, all parents love their kids, but hopefully, ideally, they feel like they can help them with any challenge that comes up. And it doesn't mean you're a bad parent if your kid has a challenge, you know, whatever it is. Maybe they tried smoking or something. Hopefully, they can talk to their parents about it and let their parents help them get
I've never tried smoking.
Yeah, I know.
So you know. We're being honest and open.
Yeah.
Never want to.
No,
not for me. How do you feel about when people blame you for me being a young mom? What do you think of that? Do you think because birth control I was on birth control,
Yeah.
so that wasn't an issue. And you knew I was having sex, didn't you? Not that you approved of it.
Well, I just always said, if you ever think you're going to, let's get you some birth control. Tell your kids what you think's best for them, but they have to make their own choices.
And from my, like, where I am, she could, like, beat me down with how, like, whatever, like, kids are going to do what they want to do. Like, she could talk to me all the time. So if she was just like, don't have sex, like, if you want to have sex, you're going to have sex.
Yeah.
So that's why I liked her approach of, if you're going to have sex, then go on birth control. That kind of thing.
Yeah. I was much older than she was.
Yeah, that's another question in here too, don't worry. What's it like having 3 grandkids living right next to you?
I'm so lucky. I just, whenever I meet other people with grandkids or my coworkers and they say, oh, my grandkids live in Texas or they live in Nevada or whatever, I'm like, how can you stand it? And they're like, I can't. I'm so lucky.
Even when
I get to see them almost every single day. It's,
Even when we were talking about, like, me and Drake this was before everything. We were talking about, like, getting a different place than our apartment, and we were like, it has to be on the same street as my mom. You were looking right around the corner. Like, how do you feel about how I've parented my children so far, and do we have the same parenting beliefs?
I think we have the same parenting beliefs.
I think so, too.
Yeah. I think you do an amazing job. Probably better than me in some ways. Yeah, definitely better than me.
I think there's just different information.
Well, I was more high strung, I think. I was more worried.
Oh, yeah.
And you're able to...
I don't know if you'd be able to handle 3 kids.
I can tell.
Their age.
Although I did do daycare,
different.
but it was for, just during the day.
I think you like having a lot of attention on one child, and then then you move on.
Yeah.
And you're fantastic at it. Do you find any of my parenting choices strange, like breastfeeding, extended rear facing, keeping my boys intact?
No. There was a part of me that knew that I didn't want to do it, but where I was
had no
the doctor said, when are you going to do it? There was no option not to. I didn't have any family or friends or anybody that said, hey, you don't have to do that. It was more like, if you don't do that, you're a bad mom.
She always says sorry to Ben.
I do.
You're the Ben. I'm so sorry.
It just seemed so wrong at the time. Yeah. And I could hear him screaming down the hallway, which was so wrong. They brought that board in.
Cried.
I know. I did. Oh, I absolutely did. And then I went home and cried some more. And then I called your papa and I told him to come home from work because I was so... traumatized. And I felt so bad.
So if you had a new baby now, would you make the same choices I'm making? For the most part, when it comes to breastfeeding, extended rear facing.
Yeah, well, Ben was almost
keeping
Ben intact. He was almost 2.
Yeah, I never knew any different.
I wanted to keep you breastfeeding, but I fed you food early. Now I know I shouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have. And I love this baby-led weaning idea.
Oh yeah, she's all on board with the baby-led
normal than trying to show.
Yeah, like a lot of people have different, like moms and daughters, I think, have different views, and so they like clash, but not us. Like, I think one of the questions on here is like, how do you restrain from? Oh yeah, is it hard to let me make parenting decisions on my own without you trying to interfere and helping? And I don't think it's hard for her because I like the help and I like the
because once in a while
she's not like, why are you doing that, so I think that helps.
Once in a while I'll say something like, why are you doing or I don't know, I can't remember the last time.
I don't know, I can't think of one either. I'm sure
if I ever say anything then you explain it and then I'll be like, oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
Oh, I know what I'll say sometimes. Like, do they really need that jacket? It's kind of hot.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one
she'll say things like that.
And then you'll be like, well, they're not moving like we are, and it's kind of chilly outside. I'd be like, and they're not sweating. I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah.
How old were you when you had me?
I was 23 and a half.
I was the first. And then she only had me and my brother.
And then I had Ben when I was 25.
And she was married at 21.
I met her papa, yeah.
What were either me or Ben planned?
Yes and yes.
You met Papa. Go from there.
Yeah, and so
met my dad, my biological dad. I call him Papa.
Oh, the siren outside. Yeah, so I met.
She met my
papa.
Yeah, my papa.
And he was my first and only boyfriend.
Yeah, at
19.
Yeah, 19.
And then we got married when I was 21. And then we didn't have her till I was 23 and a half.
Yeah, and I was planned, right?
Yeah. And I wasn't quite done with college, but college was slowing down. I was working, he was working. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to have kids young. My mom was 21 when she had me. And she loved being a young mom. So.
And I loved being a young
mom.
I
was almost 24, so I was like, I need to have these babies. We both had jobs, and so we had you. And then we didn't want to have kids too far apart, so... And we were kind of hoping to have a boy since we had a girl, so we got really lucky to have one of each.
If you had another girl, would you have more? Would you have had one more?
I don't know.
Kind of
That's a good question, yeah. And then her papa got a better job, and so I was able to be a stay-at-home mom. And then I did daycare for a little while just to have a little bit of extra income. Not a lot of kids.
I think I would enjoy daycare probably.
Yeah.
Then you and my dad got divorced. You and my papa got divorced when I was
5.
And then she met my dad. Now, I call him dad. I think I've explained this a little bit. In my wedding video, I had both my dads walk me down the aisle because that's how close I am to both of them. You met him when I was 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she met him when I was 5, and then they've been married ever since. That's so confusing because I'm like, my dad. I call my biological dad Papa, and I call my stepdad Dad.
Yeah, and that's because Greg called him
Dad. His kids called him Dad, and I was 5 years old, and I was like, oh, you're Dad.
Yeah.
And ever since,
and so did Ben. So.
Yeah, exactly. So you've been married for how many years?
15 years.
15 years. Where did you guys meet at?
No.
Oh no!
Yeah, like I went to parties.
I was picturing I don't know what I was picturing. He's an exterminator.
Yes, we had ants.
Tell the story.
We had ants, and he came to our house to spray for ants. And
how cute! And then he came back
kind of
and asked if he left his flashlight.
It was like a love at first sight thing, which I didn't really believe in. So, because I was finishing divorcing, so.
Yeah. I think that's the cutest story ever. Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about my YouTube channel, and do you ever think I put too much out in the open?
I don't know. I think it's a fabulous opportunity to do something you enjoy doing and earn a living.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be different if I was like, hey, call me.
Yeah.
Come to my house.
I mean, if you look at anybody who's in public in any way, whether you're a mayor or city councilman or a president or an actor
that's
or
a good comparison.
Yeah, or a famous attorney.
You can't hide anything nowadays.
Yeah, people
will find out
know about you, whether it's on your street or in your community or city or your state or your country or the world. People know things about people, and
it's a good way to talk about that. See why I have the best mom ever? She comes up with everything. Do you ever get recognized out in the street?
Yeah.
She's been recognized more than I have.
So I just love it too. They'll be like, hey, are you Jessica's mom? I'm like, yeah, do you know her? And they're like, I watch your videos. I'm like, oh, it's so cool.
How do you feel about the negativity towards me?
The haters.
The haters.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, the extreme things are pretty sad.
I think it's sad too that people have that much time to hate me.
Yeah.
And it's not just the people who are like, oh, I don't like her, I won't watch her. It's the people who are like dedicated to making my life.
Do you still have people like that?
I have a whole website dedicated to how much people hate me. We're really good at just ignoring it because why fuel the fire? If you're gonna hate me, you're gonna hate me. I don't care.
People look for the issues, ideas, inventions, innovations to dislike, to hate, to get extreme about, and it's kind of sad that they want to do that to themselves.
I think it's something in their own life that's really bothering them. Yeah. They have to take it out on somebody else that they don't even know. We just ignore it.
Yeah, she's such a great mom, and she cares about her kids, and she cares about people, and
I think I'm so.
I don't know why people would want to. So it's nothing. It can't be anything personal because I know Jessica. It can't be anything personal.
I'm so confident in my parenting decisions. Like anything anybody else says, I just blow it off. Like it doesn't even matter to me. So when people say things about, like, hateful things about me, it's like, they're mostly just pointing out the obvious, like, you have 3 kids and you're 20 years old and you have 2 baby daddies. Well, I bet you my life is 10 million times better than your life is because if you're hating on it. Because I love my life, everything about it. I don't know. Would you change anything about my life?
No.
I wouldn't either. Like, I have not gone through the best things in my life, but
Yeah.
I'm honestly, truly happy where my life is. I can say that.
Yes, I'm
Living
too.
with my mommy. Kind of.
Kind of.
Next door.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Gabe?
I don't know. He's Gabe.
Yeah,
He was like
that's
my-
how you describe it. He's Gabe.
He
He's
was
kind
like
of quiet.
yeah, he was. He was like our other son in a way for a couple years there,
Yeah.
and you know he brought Lily into this world, and
We don't have much of a
he's
personal
so quiet now.
relationship.
Yeah,
He is. He's just.
he doesn't come around.
He's not very
as much.
outspoken.
Yeah.
If that's the right word.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's there.
He's Gabe.
He's Gabe. What do you feel about Drake as a father and as a partner?
He does more as a father than, from my limited experiences, I've seen other fathers do when they're around young children. So, like, her papa worked a lot of hours, so I'm not dissing him. He was gone a lot. Drake does so much. It's kind of obvious how much he does when he's not here.
Yeah.
You can see how much responsibility is on just Jessica, and when he comes back, it's like,
Thank God.
you can breathe a little bit.
Yes.
Because he's not just
he
an
helps out that
adult,
much.
he's an adult that takes responsibility
Yeah.
for everything, from a poopy diaper
I
to
agree with that.
holding a fussy baby, to putting a fussy baby to bed, to playing with the baby, to giving the baby attention. And same with Lily, she's not really a baby anymore.
No,
Helping
but,
put her
yeah.
to bed, giving her attention.
What were your thoughts when me and him decided to work things out after everything
Whatever.
happened? Whatever.
It's really,
Yeah, what
every
we're saying.
marriage or partnership or whatever has its own challenges. Every single one. I don't care how perfect they look, they're not.
So true.
It's up to each person in that partnership to decide if the advantages of the relationship outweigh the disadvantages, and if they can or are willing to work on the challenges, or if they're just okay. I told my husband, I'm okay with an imperfect marriage.
Nobody has a perfect
Yeah,
marriage.
because
If they do, they're lying.
Exactly. And you know, everybody can work on their own challenges in different ways, or ignore them, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody does with him, but
So did you?
it's
approve
not.
of
You
us?
know, I mean, like, if he was like beating you down, then,
Well, yeah.
then I would have an opinion. Okay.
So it stops where the physical
there
begins.
is a line that can be crossed, and that's damaging my child.
Yes.
Or grandchildren, I guess, for that matter.
Yeah,
then I'd
that's
have an
true.
opinion, but it would still only be an opinion.
Yeah.
You know, you still can't.
It's true.
You cannot live your children's life for them. They have to live it. You can try to support them and love them and help them.
Exactly. I remember she used to say when we would watch like 16 and Pregnant, how can you kick your daughter out of your house? She has nowhere to go.
Yeah, it just drive
Everybody
me
used to say
crazy.
that.
Crazy.
Oh
Or
my
they'd be,
God.
some of them would be so mean to their daughters.
I know.
You know, yell at them.
Janelle from Teen Mom.
Oh, how could they do that to their
You're
kids?
such a worthless piece of...
How could you ever talk to wait to your child?
Mom's never.
How could you
Never.
I don't
come
get
close.
it. I have too much love and respect for my kids to.
Yeah. Are you proud of me?
I'm so proud of her. I'm so you know, maybe you do understand, but I don't know if you understand. She works a lot of hours. She
I
goes
know.
to school a lot of hours, and she takes care of those babies 24 hours a day with Drake's help and support.
Well, yeah.
Thank goodness, and Gabe's and
Yeah.
his family.
Yeah.
So
Especially
it's
as
all
well.
these people that love them, that take care of them, and then you have the one
Yeah.
babysitter girl
Yeah, who comes
just for a couple hours. and
Yeah.
she apparently seems to really
just-
love
The
those
whole
kids
young
too.
mom
Yeah.
thing is not for everybody, but in my situation, not to like glamorize it or whatever, but that's just really what worked out for me.
Yeah, it did.
Like, it's not this way for a lot of
No,
people,
That's true.
but it really honestly just worked out. Like,
Everybody has a different path.
Exactly.
In life that.
see,
yeah.
again, best mom,
It's-
where she just took those.
It's true though.
spoke
It's yeah. And like you said, there's a lot of young moms that struggle, and
Mm-hmm.
if they had had their kids later, maybe their kids' life would be better.
Yeah.
But that's just not how it worked out for you, and so.
Yeah. Okay.
But you work hard.
Well, that's true too. If you just have your kids and you're like, okay,
you
go take care of them, Mom.
Yes.
Like you can't.
She has always taken responsibility for her kids, for her not just as far as changing them and things like that and putting them to bed, but financially and.
Well, yeah.
And has never put her education on hold for a second.
Nope.
Not even right down to graduating from high school, because we know people.
I was 38 weeks pregnant.
We know people that got pregnant their senior year that didn't graduate, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
That she didn't do that.
Nope.
No, she was not gonna.
So it depends on how you want to carry out your life. Yeah, your mentality.
Yeah, you have
something I don't remember. Oh, I was gonna say whenever I was pregnant with Lilia, or maybe it was after I had her. I remember she used to say. I don't do the overnight things.
No, I don't. I will help you.
Know. Not that I expected it, but
no, she didn't. Yeah.
I think that's something that made our relationship so good is we made our boundaries or our expectations really clear from the beginning. So like I'm Mom and she's Mimi.
Yeah.
Grandma.
Because also on 16 and Pregnant, the girl that had Sophie, remember her mom would go in the middle of the night and take the baby. Sophia.
Yes.
Take her baby out of the crib. Yeah. And I'd be like, I'm not doing that.
No.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. God, we talk a lot. Okay, let's hurry up. What's up with the tie-dye?
Here's the thing with tie-dye. When you, okay, so I was a stay-at-home mom for a lot of years. So I was home a lot, and then even after that, here's the thing, is tie-dye, you can get cleaner on it, you can spill Clorox on it, you can make spaghetti sauce and it can splatter on it. Now babies can slobber on it, and you can't tell. You go to the store like, oh, funky tie-dye. You're not going, well, look at those Clorox stains and that spaghetti sauce stain and that spit-up stain. You don't see that. You just see the tie-dye. So it's very convenient.
All right. Where do you see me in 5 years?
I think you'll be a nurse by then. Let's see. How old will the babies be? 5, 7, 5, and 5, and 3.
And 3.
7, 5, 5, and 3. So you'll be a part-time nurse. You won't be able to stand to be away full-time.
No, I don't think I could. Okay.
But you'll have your nursing degree by then.
Yes. Hopefully.
At least the 2 years.
MJC. That's a whole nother. Yeah. Anyway, how do you feel about our living situation, and whose idea was it?
Was this completely my idea?
Yes. Let's clear that air.
I love the living situation, and
Me too.
Yeah.
I love it.
They're for many reasons. For one thing, there's a door that we can lock.
Yes. If the door is closed, it's pretty much a duplex.
It's like a duplex. It's
we call it a duplex because she has everything she needs on her side of the house. She does not need to cross that door.
No, unless I need to access Ben.
Oh yeah, Ben, because Ben lives on that side of the house.
But I'm so lucky that I can come home and I can just go off and exercise and not see the little kids, because if once they see me, then I'm Mimi-fied. And so I could see them every day if I want to. But if we're just like, we're tired, keep the kids on your side of the house, and they don't need our help, then we just close the door and lock it. Or if she has friends over with kids, we just close the door and.
I don't have to back up the kids and go visit.
Yeah, or I don't have to go to your house when I've already worked a 12-hour day and try to help you, and I'm like, I'm
so
tired.
I could just ask her, just hold this baby for a minute. So I
could be in my pajamas with my dinner, with my Facebook iPad.
And have Kyson trying to eat your dinner.
Here, or pull out a book and read him with my feet up in my pajamas.
Exactly.
Don't have to leave and drive home.
And then plus it helps because I pay rent.
Yes, and so the rent that they pay us, because we have a pretty big house, and 3 people don't need a big house.
They bought they're buying the house, so she has a mortgage.
Yeah. So
and so
she pays more of the mortgage than me.
Yeah,
she has
which
more
is
of the
fair.
house
It's
than
totally
me.
fair.
And so now we can save up for an RV that we can take our grandkids camping in.
Yes. So she has she has the small house that she needs without moving.
And I don't have to clean that much. I can go help clean just in the summer if I have time. But right now I haven't gotten help in a long time. So, but your babysitter's awesome because she helps clean.
Yeah, I have a really good babysitter.
Yeah.
I would love to live here the rest of my life.
I'm down.
But we'll see how that goes.
There's a lot of advantages right now.
There is.
No
There's more
disadvantages.
advantages than disadvantages.
Yeah. I don't know what the disadvantages are, but I suppose
Me
they're
either.
there.
I can't think of any either. There really isn't, is
Once
there?
in a while, there's a conflict on the DVR. If you guys are recording and we're recording something and Dad wants to watch something else, there's the disadvantage.
How was I like as a baby and a child? And do you have any embarrassing stories about me? As a baby?
As like a new baby, you're like Lilia, like not colicky, but very fussy, maybe borderline.
High maintenance.
High maintenance. And then when you could, but once you were about to reach a milestone, you were frustrated. But once you'd reach that milestone, like Kyson,
Yeah.
he didn't get as frustrated as you, I guess, but
No.
he's so happy now that he can crawl. You were
so
like
happy.
that. You would be so much less fussy, and you were active, but you weren't like, I'm gonna climb up on this and jump down kind of a thing. You weren't like.
That's like Lilia. Lilia is not. Someone
cautious,
commented
yeah.
saying, "How can you not like have Lilia strapped in when you're walking next to the street or like have?"
She's so
your,
cautious.
like we could. She doesn't run away.
You weren't quite that cautious, but you were
Pretty cautious.
Because I remember the time at the Fresno Zoo where
I
I was
remember
pregnant out to here,
I heard the story.
and you were 2. Or maybe because Ben was born when you were 2 years and 2 months old, so you were close to that age.
Yeah.
And you just thought it'd be funny to take off running, and I'm running after you like this. I was like, I was not happy at that moment in time.
Do you have any embarrassing stories with me?
We used to like to run around naked a lot.
Till I was what age?
Even up to age 8, you'd still walk around the house naked because you were like.
Describe me in 3 words.
Caring, responsible, intelligent. That was easy. And I did not have that question in advance. So
No, that was on the spot.
in my head.
So I think that pretty much covered everything. Sorry if we didn't get to everybody's question, but there was a lot of questions, and so you pretty much covered the basics and then some.
I remember the time that you were eating popcorn and you dumped it all over the floor because we had a dog and you were showing it with the dog. That was cute. It wasn't really embarrassing
Duffy?
though. Yeah, Duffy dog. At first I was like, oh.
We're so sour.
It was a mess.
And they're sweet.
Oh well.
That's pretty much it. We've like talked for
A long time.
a really long time. This is gonna be crazy.
Sorry,
to edit.
future Jessica, you have to edit this all now.
We really had fun. I'm glad you guys picked the questions you did. There's some really good questions. There were some other really good questions too, but like I said, that we just had so many. We couldn't answer them all. So hopefully this just got like.
Well, and a big thanks to her
Gotta-
dad for being okay with us changing the house and
Yeah,
having kids
my
climbing
dad.
all over us all the time and all over the. Yes.
So yeah, my dad is amazing.
Yes.
My
thanks
mommy's
to that.
amazing.
My daughter's
I'm
amazing.
still a mommy's girl.
Yes,
Just
you
like
are.
Lilia is a Mimi's girl. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you'll see my mom in future updates, and I'll talk to you for my next update. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.